make you feel?
It feels good. I would probably say a bit of peace of mind, especially for the family. We're definitely gypsies in the sport, so once you can find a home for a few years, or even if it's a year, and it doesn't really matter, but at least you can find a place to stay and feel a bit more comfortable within the city, so it feels good.
Is there mentally a change for you with that, though? Kind of a little bit less stress?
Not at all. Not at all. This is it's a competitive sport. We do this for a living, and nothing's ever guaranteed in the sport, right? So you can be at the top of the roller coaster as much as you can be at the bottom of it. So it's definitely a challenge every year, and hopefully we can build off, and myself personally build off 2017 that I had personally, and also with this team. I think that we brought some pretty essential players that have the potential to make this team even bigger, and I think that hopefully we can have an even bigger 2018.
How's the vibe different today compared to the third day of practice last year?
I wasn't here in the beginning.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, I was at January camp, so I kind of came in as a newbie at the beginning of February. But I mean, from the very beginning, this team has a good group. You had guys last year that had seen each other for the very first time in their whole entire careers and lives, and I think we made a pretty good group. You know, it's definitely difficult to see some guys go that in my personal opinion were a big part of the group, but you know, that's this sport, that's this business, right? That's the business part of this game. But you know, as I said, we did bring a lot of essential players, and hopefully we can keep that group chemistry going.
Greg, last year as a expansion team, there could have been no expectations. This year the band is back. You played like you did last year. What are the expectations?
We set the bar pretty high, didn't we? I think for us to have a better year this year, we would definitely have to challenge ourselves, and it started 2 days ago. So you know, I think that we brought the players, we brought the names, right? That's what this city wants, and that's what the coaches and the directors, that's all what they wanted. But it's really up to us on the field to really you know, bring it to the fans, and you know, really show these people why we're here, and hopefully have a better season than last year. It's not easy. You know, from the outside it could seem that we have all the pieces that are put together, but it's a jigsaw puzzle. You have to put all the pieces together perfectly for everything to work.
I was asking Julian if the Columbus loss sticks in your craw a little. Is it a rallying cry? I mean, of what you could have been?
Geez, I think there's so many games, and I could say my career, but I'm sure for the younger guys, maybe Julian, that's probably his first big loss. But I think that I mean, throughout my career, you've had a lot of these guys in their careers, they've had big losses as well. So it's something you kind of really have to turn the page. I mean, it's not really not much you can do afterwards. You kind of just have to build on and hope for the best for the next year. I think that within this league, it gives you the opportunity, not like other leagues, to where you're fighting for relegation and stuff like that. But this league, you have there's always the next year, right? This league, no one goes down to second division, no one moves up, so there's always next year. But you definitely don't want to have that mentality going through the season, and hopefully we can have a better year this year than last.
Speaking of pro rel, do you have any thoughts on the USSF presidential election?
I have absolutely no clue what's going on with the Federation. Haven't for a while, but I mean, hope for the best.
Okay. And y'all didn't get to face Nagby last year in Portland, but I was curious if you faced him in your career before, and what does he bring to the team?
Yeah, I was with him last January camp with the national team.
That's right.
That was the first time I had met him. He's really good friends with a lot of the guys that were in residency with me when I was really young, and he went to the same college as them. So he's a great player. I think the potential that he has, you know, he's definitely a creator, and hopefully he can be that creator for Miguel and Joseph, and even Barco once he gets along, and all these guys that have the most talent of them all. So he's definitely a creator, and hopefully can be that guy that you know, strings those passes for more goals to come. I know this season will probably be a bit difficult to score even more goals than we did last year, but hopefully we can do the same.
You and Nassad had a good chemistry last season on that left side. How long did that take to develop, and what did you learn about that development that might make it easier for you and presumably Barco this season?
That's just that's this sport. It's a bit of luck, off the field relationship. You know, everything just has to click. I think myself and Yamil, we had an awesome relationship outside the field as well, and we understood each other to the point till we kind of knew where our positions were on the field without even looking. So I think that he was probably by far one of the hardest working guys on the field last year. It was definitely tough to see him go, but as I said, we're gypsies in this sport. Nothing's ever guaranteed. So it was definitely hard to see him go, and hopefully I can build the same chemistry with whoever plays. And but as I said, nothing's guaranteed. I have to find my spot again as well. So I think that, as I said, the chemistry has to be tip-top shape for us to do as good as we did last year.
Have you spoken with Barco yet?
I have personally not. No.
Okay. And Martino said yesterday that the team is going to continue working on a three-man back line, which would presumably push you up into kind of a left wing back role. Is there a huge difference in playing that and the traditional kind of left back and the 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 that y'all played last season?
The concepts change as you grow, and you kind of have to learn different concepts of playing different formations within your career. And I think that if that changes, I think that's something that we're not even aware of yet. So he's told the media yet, but hasn't told us yet.
Well, y'all did it some last year, so it's not too much.
So I think that it's something that we'll have to build on during this preseason and kind of get the grasp of what he wants us to do throughout this whole entire season. But I think that as you grow on in your career, you're kind of one of those guys that you want to be able to play wherever you can. You want to be on the field whenever you can, and hopefully I can be that guy.
Is there a difference though in the two positions, or what is the difference? I guess.
I would say in a 3-5-2 or whatever we'll play. I would probably say the wing back probably defends a little less, so that could be a good thing, right? We'll have to see.
Super Bowl prediction? And why?
I wanted Jacksonville, but
okay, yeah.
That didn't happen. I think it's to be honest, I think it's going to be Pats, even though kind of don't want them to win, but just their winning mentality. So who knows?
Okay.
You mentioned Blanco and Escobar and some of the other new guys. I've always wondered this. Speaking multiple languages, bilingual. How helpful is that for you with your English-speaking teammates and your Spanish-speaking teammates as far as on the field? You mentioned off the field with the style. How's the benefit for you to be able to speak the language directly with them?
What English, bro? There's no English this season. There's only Spanish this season.
He's trilingual too.
Yes, for Portuguese too.
Yeah. No, I think. No. I think it's an essential part of being I would say a better teammate than anything. Kind of making people feel as welcome as they can, and not. You have a lot of guys that come in and kind of shy in the very beginning, and I think that speaking a few different languages can definitely help them feel as comfortable as possible. So hopefully Barco and Escobar and Jose and all these guys that have come in, they can feel as comfortable as they can, and if I can be a guy to help them out with translating as much as possible, I'm glad to do that.
Hey, 2 more questions if you guys have any.